after Big Brother. I used to have, anxiety before then, but it became worse. I can give you hugs, but I can't receive hugs. So that's why I wear face masks. So I try so hard not to put a tag on myself, on who I am, because I flip the cards. 1 minute I am Tega, the soft girl. The next minute I am Tega on the speed lane. So I go with the flow. I'm very spontaneous, very, very spontaneous. And I try to be active in everything I think about. So, well, you can say Tega is a serial fighter. Fighter in the sense that I always want to have a headway. I fight through it. Things don't come easy to me. So I understand and I try to always fight through it. So I had that realization early in life, right? I grew up with elders. So I was able to pinpoint these things and how they've been able to navigate themselves and their lives. And so far, so good. Getting to know me and knowing my peers, understanding my environment, I have been able to say, okay, you just can't have it easy. You have to work for it. So that way it now became easy for me. Not like it's just gonna come, but I just know that, okay, I have to work for it. And working for it became easy. I enjoy the process. Yeah. I love process. I love process because that's the time I get to learn. I didn't go to a private university. I went to a federal university and it was fun. I have my own stories, the strike, the riots and stuff. I definitely went through all the phases. And studying theater in University of Calabar was astonishing. I can call myself the underdog. Yes, I wasn't the type that I'll be like, oh, I want to be in the front line. I just wanted to be where the magic was happening. Like production, I'll just be like arranging stuff and all of that. So I love theater a lot. It's just a space where you can be yourself and be so many people at once. The grooming process, like thinking about it, in retrospect, I'm like, God, thank God I did it. I feel like that was the highlight of the whole brand. That was the highlight of the brand. Season 6, it's just like in the middle. But that was the highlight of Big Brother Naija. It did positively and negatively, right? Like I always say, I won't tell anybody close to me to go for Big Brother. If you're not mentally strong, don't go for Big Brother. So if you say it has changed, yes, it did. Positively, I'm going to state it because it helped, it elevated my life. I got into spaces that normally I wouldn't have. Maybe would have taken me a longer period of time, and then negatively because of course I faced a lot of backlash and all of that. So yes, it did. It did. And after Big Brother, I used to have, anxiety before then, but it became worse. I had social anxiety, like I can't go to spaces if I'm alone, know. It got worse. I can give you hugs, but I can't receive hugs, right? So it got worse. It just elevated everything. So if I am in a public space and then people come at me, I can just go off. So that's why I wear face masks. Because I don't want to say hello to so many people, so I had to control that and it helped. Yeah, because I feel like I was able to navigate that aspect here by myself, but I couldn't navigate the anxiety part. Maybe it was just a mind thing, or it's still a mind thing, On my way here, I had one. I always have a cap with me. And somebody bought it off me.
Money. You chose money.
Well, my Igbo name is Ego. You can't take that away from me. My Igbo name is Ego. Yes. So Stuart Caps was born out of me finally accepting to go for a birthday party. So Vicky James invited me for her birthday party, and they had a dress code and all of that. And I looked at the outfit I was wearing. I'm like, I've always been a face cap girly. way back, you know, not today. So, and I just told my friends, I said, you know what, I'm going to wear a face cap. And they were like, Tega, you can overdo. Your hair is already nice. I'm like, you have to be extra, you know. And then I had this cap, I ordered this cap, and then I now started beading. It took me about 5 days. I beaded the cap, I wore it for the event. It was spectacular. And then people came to my DMs. Tega, we want the cap. Can you tag the vendor? I'm like, what? Hey. What vendor? I had pokes in my hands. Vendor? I'm sorry, just give me a minute. I went back to the drawing board. Yeah. I ordered more caps. I started bidding. I just told them I was going to tag the vendor. Boom. That's how Stuart Caps started. Yes. And I'm so happy it did. Aww. Because the acceptance is just out of this world. I didn't think it was going to be accepted that much, but here we are. I know I have a friend who says sometimes when we go to shop for materials, you know, he'll be like, Mama, why be say whenever they get business, your business must always take your leg outside? Why you know if you don't do small business? I'm like, I'm not small, bro. I'm not small, you know, and every day I think about that thing, that conversation and that statement, and it just keeps me going. Okay, so motherhood has been interesting, and so far, because at some point I had to move them from my state of residence, well, my son and my sister, you know, so still them, I call them my children, you know, and moving them from one space to another has been really crazy, but I feel that's a sacrifice I have to make, right? Because at some point, I think during the election, I had so much pressure. You know, I had threats, you know, people texting me my house address. It was a lot. It was a lot. So I was like, you know what? I think it's time. I had to move them back to base, you know. But motherhood has been a very, very lovely experience so far. Last year on his birthday, I think that's what he has done that has really broken my heart lately. I was like, what do you want for your birthday? He said, I want a baby sister. I'm telling you where he got that from. I mean, I'm like, you have cousins, you have baby cousins, sisters. And he was like, no, I want my own baby sister. I'm like, okay, we'll talk about it later. And then in December, he did the same thing. What do you want for Christmas? He said he wants a baby sister. Hey. Okay, let's get the ball rolling now. I'm tired of this blackmail. I think I want to give him a baby sister now. I think I am ready so he can get off my back. Really? I don't believe that. I don't actually. I don't believe that as well, but well, we'll look into it. We'll actually look into it. But okay. I was talking to Paul Okono, and every time he'd be like, Tega, you need to take it easy. Tega, you need to take it easy. You need to calm down. Do you need to travel? I'm like, I got depressed. God, I was in my room for like a week. I didn't eat. Thank God I had apples in my room. So I was surviving just on apples. I didn't eat, I didn't see my son because I felt like something was leaving me. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't just relate to my environment at that time. It was wild. And I think maybe because of the results of the elections and all of that, you know, a lot of us invested so much in it, you know, just wanted something different, you know, but well, so far so good. God has been in control. I'm a bit relaxed now. I feel like the people that we want something better for, you know, they're snitches. Some of them are snitches. So I'm like, you know what, let's just do what's best for everybody. If what you want is going to work for me, that's fine. If what I want is going to work for you, that's fine, but we can work together. I feel like we can work together.